city is underwater. The National Guard is coming. Martial law is in effect. But the criminal element never sleeps. Looting and lawlessness will be rampant in the parts of the city no one can get to. I can already see things will get worse before they get better. And some will seize the chance to grab everything they can.
So there comes a time when you're bodybuilding and you're really motivated about going to the gym and you're like excited about it, that you have this really big high where it feels like nothing can stop you. It's initially hard to get it going, but once you get into that high, it's like nothing can stop you. You're motivated to go every single day. You think about going to the gym the whole time you're at work. Like you're excited to get there. You spend hours there. You don't even care how long you've been at the gym. Like there's this high that you get when you're first at the gym it's unparalleled. Like it compares to nothing. And a lot of people make that mistake of riding that high for too long and thinking it's always going to be like that. And I will tell you, man, enjoy that time, because it doesn't always, it's like relationships, right? Like you're in the honeymoon phase. There are no flaws in that person that you could think of. Everything is perfect. You guys love each other. You want to spend every single second with each other. And you kind of forget that that's not exactly how life is, and that's not how it's going to stay. And you have like your first argument, then another argument, then you disagree about something, and then you get a little bit more level-headed and you understand that honeymoon phase is just a phase, right? It's kind of the same thing when it comes to the gym, and I experienced that really, really heavy last week, and I'm kind of experiencing it probably bleeding into this week because I don't feel like going to the gym right now. And last week it was really, really bad. I went through a little bit of a friendship breakup. I was having a little bit of an existential crisis when it comes to like social media and stuff like that. My Instagram reels are tanking. They're getting like maybe 10 to 15 views. And just to give you guys a comparison why I focus so much on that, earlier in the year when I was making Instagram reels, I was doing like 3 a day, and not even kidding, I'm not trying to flex. Each one of them was like base getting like 5,000 views. It was so easy, and it was so it was so easy, and it seemed like it was really attainable, and I was on the right mark, and I was doing everything perfectly. I was putting polls on my story. I was doing everything I needed to. And then all of a sudden, I put out a reel, 2 views. I'm like, that doesn't even make sense. Deleted it, uploaded it, 10 views. I'm like, I'll just try again tomorrow. Deleted it, and then ever since then, nothing has ever been the same. I was doing good for like a solid 2 to 3 months, and then ever since then, the algorithm kept changing. And I'm not here to blame Instagram and go on rants and stuff like that. But the fact of the matter is, last week I had so much stuff on my mind. The social media aspect, I was doubting if I should even keep doing it. Not really body dysmorphia, but just like, like gym stuff, that how you see yourself and everything like that. Long story short, I was just unmotivated in general last week to just do anything, to post anything, to go to the gym. I literally just wanted to lay in bed. And the reason why I wanted to make this video, this wasn't even originally the intro I just shot because I was expecting to do another video, but it fits in so perfectly to this because I felt so drained and tired after going to the gym that day that I recorded that I was just like, dude, I just want to go home and sleep. Like, I don't want to do anything tomorrow. I don't want to go to work. I just want to do nothing. And one of the things that I have to say is, one, if you're feeling like that, it's perfectly normal. Everyone goes through phases and highs and lows of anything in life, right? Like with your job, you might love it one day, you might hate it next week. Relationships, like I was talking about earlier, you might be in love with this person one week and then you have your first argument, then you're like, do I really want to stay with this person? It happens in marriage too. You have to realize that those lows are part of it and you don't have to stay there. One of the things that really helps me, and one of the reasons why the gym is so important and with mindset, is because I made a promise to myself a long time ago that no matter how I felt, I was always going to show up at the gym, whether I was tired, exhausted, angry, happy, sad, any single emotion, any way I was feeling, I was always going to show up to the gym. But a lot of people don't have, and it's not motivation, it's discipline. A lot of people don't have the discipline to show up to the gym every single day. And I don't want to sound like a generic, like, you know, those motivational, because I really hate that stuff sometimes. It motivates me, but like it doesn't, you know, inspire true change. And I don't want to sound like that, but I just want to get this in you guys' head is motivation comes and goes, but you have to commit to discipline, to commit to showing up every single day and being consistent in the gym, in life, in your job, relationships, social media, all of that stuff. So when I was going through that phase, sometimes just showing up to the gym and just going through like the warm-up exercises changed everything. It didn't make me feel as motivated as I usually do, but just like I was like, okay, well, I'm glad I came here now because at least I feel a little bit better. And sometimes just showing up is more than half the battle. Like I didn't even want to get dressed to go over there. I didn't even know what I was gonna wear. It's just like all these things start flowing into my head, and I'm like, am I even like really supposed to be doing this? My last YouTube video absolutely tanked and only got like 36 views, and it's the worst so in YouTube it gives you a ranking of your videos, and it compares all the past 10 videos and ranks them within like it ranks them continuously, but like in the first 24 hours it'll let you know like, oh, this one isn't doing so good. It's like your third best video of the past 10. This last video was the 10th video, which means out of my past 10 videos, this is the worst video that I put out. So all of that was weighing in my head. The relationship, the friendship breakup that I had, the social media aspect, the inconsistency with social media and engagement, like all these different things were literally just weighing on my head, and I did not want to go to the gym. But one of the things, and I was actually just watching Max Taylor's video, and it's funny that he made this right as I was thinking about making this like 2 days ago. He said that, and Will Smith said this a long time ago in a motivational video that I watched. He said, he who says he can and he can are both usually right. So me having this doubt in my head, me not wanting to go to the gym, me just being like, okay, well, I'll just stop posting because they're not good anyway. Those habits and those ideas ultimately are what you are becoming in the future, which is lazy, a quitter, and stuff like that. So if you don't want to be those things, you have to put in practices and mindsets so that you don't end up like that, right? So if I want to be really big on YouTube, if I want to be like social media famous, I don't really want to say that, but just like I'd rather do this than what I'm doing now. I want this to be my job. I can't put practices in place to where I'm just like, oh, forget it, it doesn't matter. Like I'll just come back to it at a different time. I'll just do something different and do like all that stuff, because when you put in those practices, those start to become habits, and those ultimately become what you are as a person. So long story short, I don't want to ramble too long because it's already been 9 minutes. I can see it in the viewfinder. I don't want you guys to, one, think that the gym is always going to be a happy-go-lucky place where you always feel like going, because it's not. You're going to have ups and downs, and you're going to feel like, is it really worth me going today? I'm really tired, I have this to do. And yes, sometimes it's okay to take a break, but sometimes you have to realize when to take a break and when you're just being lazy and inconsistent, right? Like in the last video, I was talking about optimal versus consistency. Optimal isn't optimal, consistency is optimal, right? So if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can go watch the last video. But the second thing I want you guys to take away is, even if you don't feel like going, if you don't feel like showing up, if you feel like nothing is working out, still keep on showing up and being consistent, right? Just keep on doing it every single day. You might be getting 10 likes, you might be getting 5 likes every single post, but if you really believe that this is for you and it's something that you want to do, you realize that these are all just stepping stones, and you're building a resume of really good work before one of them really pops off, and you never know which one. You only have to be right once. You literally only need one viral video to change your entire life and the trajectory of all your social media accounts. Like I genuinely understand that it's just really hard sometimes when things are inconsistent. I'm putting in a lot of work, getting ranked number 10 out of all my videos, getting like 12 views, and I got 1,000 other people looking at like, how does he have 1,000 followers and only 10 likes on this? Like all that stuff gets in your head, but you have to realize if this is really something that you want to do, you're going to have to be consistent and keep pushing yourself with it, right? And in this video that Max Taylor just did, he said something that was so powerful, and I honestly forgot. He said, you could literally be the next David Lade. You could literally be the next, name it, whoever you want. But you quit before you get to that stage. And I'm just like, dang, bro. Like, I forgot that was why I started, because David Lade is one of my biggest inspirations. And at the end of the day, you just have to commit to discipline and keep pushing yourself even when you don't feel like it.